Hey guys, it's your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great commentary. And I just wanted to, again, hopefully quickly share my thoughts about content creation, why I will, as long as I live, as long as I produce content, never charge for any content and never have any type of Patreon or whatnot, or sell any merchandise or anything like that. Um, the This is the part where I'm supposed to say like it's okay if you want to charge for content, or if somebody else wants to charge for content, it's okay. But the truth is, I've always felt like it's really not okay. And I mean, maybe some people are going to be either making or more thinking, thinking about references to my ethnicity, that I'm cheap when I say this, but it's not about that, because I've never donated to a content creator, with one very unusual exception, and that was less for the content created than for something else. Um, the so I've never donated to a content creator. When I see the thing like to me, like I'll be on a site, right, and even seeing a donate button, even without them shilling it, makes me mad. Um, and no, never donated, never will. This like the whole Substack thing where you can subscribe to their shit and stuff. We can talk about that in a second. That might be a little different. Then they've got the merch store, which may also be a little different. And I no, never bought any merch, never done anything like that. And so you might think, well, it's because you're cheap. The thing is, I'm really not cheap. I used to caddy, and so like I'm very sensitive to people being cheap. I'm like a ridiculously big tipper. Not trying to flex, but like I tip like it's very rare that I tip under 50% for like service type things. Now, the exception would be if I have to hire somebody online to do something. That's where I tend to be more stingy with the tips, because I've already paid them like $500, and you want me to pay you a tip on top of that. It's like, I mean, okay, I'll do it, but unless they did me some huge extra favor, it's like I would rather you just charge what you charge. Um, maybe in that one sense I am kind of cheap, but I mean for most things I'm a really big tipper. No, it's more that like it's just something that I think should be free. I mentioned the angry video game nerd. In my last video, or maybe it was a video before this, I don't remember. And I know a lot of you guys probably don't know what it is, and we're not going to talk about that now. But when he started, he was kind of like the first like successful YouTube series. And when he started, that's what content creation was. It wasn't professionalized at all. I mean, that's kind of what made him stand out. Like, is that he was making these real videos at a time when YouTube was dominated by videos of people sticking Mentos in bottles of Coke to get the explosions, and he's making these like real like videos with scripts and editing and shit. That's kind of how he got his start. But that it was all free. There was no plugs for like donations and stuff like that. And it's just like that's how it should have stayed. Give me give me my content for free. And there's been sites that I stopped going to because they were always doing these fundraisers, saying like, "Oh, look, if you don't donate, we're not going to be able to keep doing this." It's like, well, if it's like that, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. It's like if you can't do it for free or you can't sustain it with advertisements, then maybe it's not worth being there. No, I mean, again, there are exceptions. Like maybe if you wanted to do something like Wikipedia or some very unusual things, but even that's a little bit different than a content creation, because then you're talking about a whole platform. And if you're saying like, hey, look, if you want these platforms to continue, they're got to be crowdfunded. Okay, I mean, fair enough. I mean, I'm never gonna donate to them, but I could see that appeal. But when you're talking about an individual content creator, I don't like it. I mean, but even if I didn't have a problem with it, I still wouldn't do it because I've seen it like like guys like Taylor the Fiend. He's making these videos every day. Well, why do you think he's doing that? It's not for love. It's because he makes these videos and he's got simps who like subscribe to his Patreon and say, "Hey, make a vid about this." And that's what it is. That's what it is. You start. Sorry about the wobbly camera. You start charging. I mean, not charging, but you start like taking donations and stuff, and you've essentially come to a situation where you are working for the content consumer. And the thing is, making good content. I mean, well, that's not true, but no, I'm just telling you, me. I mean, there are people out there who can work that way. That's fine. But me, like, um, for me, the only way I could really ever make content is if I'm doing it for me. Like, even if nobody watched these videos, I'd still make them because I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it for myself, and which doesn't mean I don't like when people respond positively. But the second I took any money, I would instantly feel like I owed that person. And I'm going to be honest, they would feel like I owed them too. They might say no, 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 but yeah, they would. I know because that's kind of how I felt. And when I once donated to a content creator, and I mean, obviously, but I had the self awareness to know that it's it's that it was bullshit. Nobody owed me anything, but still, like the instinct is there, the impulse is there. So anyway, when you talk about things like Substack, I think that that's kind of borderline. Even like there, I would basically be saying, if you can't get a platform that like somebody's going to pay you to do, then maybe it's something you shouldn't be doing for a living. Not that you shouldn't be writing articles, but maybe it's not something you shouldn't be doing professionally. It should be like some passion project on the side. Um, Now, I mean, on the other hand, I can't criticize it too badly because there's obviously some people who like what these people have to say enough that they can just pay directly for their content and not have to subscribe to a magazine and maybe get be stuck with a bunch of other people's who they don't care about point of view or content once a month. They can read regular stuff from a guy like stuff once a week from a guy who they really enjoy reading and only have to pay him. But again, that's a little bit different. That's talking about like a Substack thing. Um, and even selling merchandise, I would never do it. And I would like even if I had the energy and I thought anybody would buy it, I would never do it. But it's like that's like legitimate. What I really don't like is anything that either with guilt tripping or implied guilt tripping, saying like come on, be a patron and keep this channel going. It's like, well, no, man. It's like it's if you can't be doing this for free, if you need that, if you need me to give you money to keep making this, or at least to keep making it at this rate, then I mean, you're not just selling merch, not taking sponsors, but actually having your viewers just send you money. That's the only way you can do this for a living. Then you need to be doing something else for a living. And no, I mean, I hope it doesn't mean you can't make content anymore. I hope you can still make content, but if you can't make content or can't make as much, that's better to me than going to your viewers with your hand out, saying just give me money so I can keep making shit. Then just e-begging. That's what I don't like is the e-begging. And so I'm like I'm not ashamed that I'm never gonna donate. I could see myself subscribing to a Substack in some theoretically I could do it. I never have, and I probably never will, but theoretically I could see it. But like, there's never going to be a YouTuber or whatever comes in the future who's going to say like, "Hey, do you want to keep reading? Do you want to keep reading my blog? Or are you going to keep watching my YouTube videos or keep this content? If you like it, like please donate." And it's just like, dude, it's nothing personal. I do like it. I want you to continue. I want you to continue doing it. But no, I'm not going to give you money so you can do it for a living. Okay, that's. I don't think that that's a reasonable request. Now, if there's other people out, if there's enough people out there who do think it's a reasonable request, and that's enough to get it to work, then I mean, okay, I mean, you do you, but I'm not going to feel guilty about piggybacking off of it. You know, because to me, I would rather not have the content than have to pay for it. You know, like in that sense. I mean, I want my content for free. You know, with certain exceptions, and that's that, because there's a whole internet full of free content. And that's how it goes. And it's not personal, and it's not like I don't respect the work. It's just how I feel. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next. And it didn't stop. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next.